Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'm going to show you how to create a KPI card visual like this in Power BI. So as you can see in the card visual here, it shows the sales number and profit number here. And if you see in the right of the number, we are showing the percentage increase or decrease with an icon. And below that, we are showing the previous month's number in this format. And if I change the month, this icon and the color will also change for the percentage change. So let me show you how to create this in Power BI. So let's start the video. So we are here in the new page. We have these two slices for year and month. And let me show you the data. So if you see, we have the sales data having date, product, profit and sales. And we have this sales measure, which is just the sum of sales. So first of all, let's take a card visual and let's pull the sales measure which we have, and let's do some formatting. Like let's go to the call out values. So here in the values, it's 45. Let's make it 22, and the font style, let's change it to Sejo UI semi bold. So this is done, and here sales is selected. So for sales, this display unit, let's make it not, because I want to show it in this way. You can keep it as whatever you like. The show blank as 0. In the label, label looks fine. Let's increase the size maybe to 14. And yeah, this is done. Next, you can see this background outside the card visual. So let's turn off that. Go to the size and style. And here you can see this background. Let's turn off. So you can see the background is off now. And yeah, so this is good. Next, let's go to the card option, and here in the cards, let's select the shape as rounded rectangle, and let's keep it as 10 or whatever you like. Next, you can choose the padding from here, either wide or narrow. So if we select wide, the padding will be increased, and if I select normal, it will be a normal sized padding. If you want, you can also add a custom padding and increase and decrease the padding from left and right. Just choose normal. And alignment, let's choose as middle. Background, let's white is selected, so let it be on. Border is fine. Shadow, we want a shadow, so turn on this. Yeah, so this is done. Next, we want to add the percentage increase and the last month sales. So for that, we'll have to create two measures. So let's select this measure and click on new measure, and from here let's say last month sale. So this still be calculate sales date add. Let's choose date. So we have a date table here. We'll choose date from that, and the interval will be -1, and here we can choose month. Let's close this. So this will give us last month sales. We want to show this last month sales in a text format, which is versus this number last month. So for that, we'll make it as a variable and say last month. So this is a variable for last month, and in the next, let's say return, and we'll show versus space concatenate with its ampersand sign, and versus the sales number, which is last month. But I want to format this last month as we want to add 1,000 separate to the number. So let's choose this last month and add 1,000 separate format. So for that, it's hash has 0, and close this. So this will give us the last month sales in the 1,000 format. Let's add an ampersand and versus this last month. So for that, we'll add text again for last month and click on enter. So this is our measure for last month sales, which will show, and we'll have to create one more measure. So let's click on new measure here, and let's say percentage change. Let's create a variable for sales, which is just the sales measure. Next, the variable would be for previous month. So that will be again calculate sales date add date 12 -1 month. So this will give us the previous month sales. Let's add a variable for percentage, which will be divide current month minus previous month, and let's divide it by the previous month. So we want this percentage change in a format. Let's format it. Percentage format, right? Which will be format percentage, and this formatting will be plus 0.0% semicolon minus 0.0% 0.0%. Oh, I've used O instead of 0, so it will be 0.0, and yeah, So this basically is, if the value is greater than 0, it will be plus 0.0% format. If the value is negative, it will be minus 0.0% format. And if the value is 0, then it will show in this format. So now it is formatted well. Next, let's use return. Maybe now we'll have to add an arrow icon as well. For that, we'll say if the percentage is greater than 0, we will use this icon. Else, let's do a shortcut shift all down. Else it will be 158 for the down arrow icon. So let's close this and enter. So this is our percentage change measure. Now let's use those two measures here, sir. And so for that, let's go to the format pane, and here let's go to the reference labels, and in the reference labels, let's select sales and add label as this change. So you can see this reference label is coming below that value. For that, we'll have to select it as all in the series, and you can see this option now, position. So currently it's below callout, so we'll have to choose right of callout, and we can turn off this type because we don't want the percentage title. In the value, let's make it intact, and divider, we don't want this divider, so let's make the width as 0, so it's gone. Next, we can enable this detail as well. So in the detail, we can add that last month text which we have created. So let's turn it on and add this last month sales here, but we are not able to add. What is the reason? Yeah, because we have selected all. So for the sales, let's select the label as percentage change. So value is the percentage change, and this detail we have turned on. So in the detail, we can add this last month sales. So you can see this last month sales, it's showing percentage, then showing last month sales. It is not giving, it's not coming to the new line. For that, what we can do is again go to the series, select series as all, and now inside this reference table, you can see this layout option here. So in this arrangement, currently it's rows selected. If you select columns, you can see now it's coming to a new column, and the vertical alignment, upward alignment is selected. Let's select this middle alignment, and in the padding we can so why we need this padding is, see, if we reduce this after a certain point, it's not reducing, so we can play with this padding. Let's make it 0 maybe. Yeah, so it's good now. And yeah, so here we don't have dollar sign, so let's go to this measure and add a dollar here and click on enter. So now we have a dollar, and yeah. So next, what we want to do is we will have to color this when it goes up, and when it goes down, it should be red. For that, we'll have to write a measure, and that measure is simple. So we'll copy this percentage change till here and click on new measure, paste it. Let's name it something, maybe CF, conditional formatting, and so this is fine. It's 1%, we have got it here, and we'll write another variable, or we can directly return this saying if the percentage is greater than 0, it should be green, and if it is less than 0, it should be red. So instead of using if, we can use switch, and I'm gonna say true. So if it is greater than 0, it will be green. If it is less than 0, it will be red. Else, let's make it gray color. Close this bracket, and we are done. So we have a conditional formatting measure. Now we'll go to this reference label because we have to color this one. So reference label, let's select sales here, and we have this percentage change, which is this value, and we have this FX button. So click on this FX, and format style choose as field value, and here we can select that CF measure and click on OK. So now you can see this is green color because it's plus 12.3%, and if I change this month to May, it's again plus 16.1%. June, you can see it's minus 29.0%. So this is how we can create this kind of card visual. If you want to add another measure for any other like profit, you can just do the same thing for that measure.